call.
Good morning, President.
Doug Street here.
Bill Barnes, present.
And,
Any all present? Next item on the agenda is the open forum. Anything from the public from the floor? No hands? Okay, we'll move on then, Reverend. Correspondence.
a letter from Elwood Fire Protection District for assistant on a structure fire at the Thompson Bar downtown. Another one from the village of Plainfield in regards to several arson investigations that are ongoing. And another one from the DCFS Children's and Family Services picnic that we took into the ambulance too. And another one for the use of our facility for the IFAMA meeting here. And special thanks to the chief staff and our IT people for helping with their situation.
Okay, there are files. Next item is I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes of July 8, 2014.
So moved. Second.
Moving and seconded, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carried. And also for approval of minutes of special meeting on July 22nd.
Make the motion.
Second.
Moving and seconded, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the treasurer's report, July 2014.
I'll make the motion to accept it.
Second.
Moving and seconded, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion's carried. And also entertain a motion for the payment of bills as presented.
Make the motion to pay the bills in the usual manner.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried. Old business. Keith?
Headquarters campus status, station 1234. We're working on that socket that got blown off again, and all that the same contract come back out to fix large charges. Old headquarters still remains with electrical issues that get to be resolved. No further inquiries on building it out there.
I need it at this time.
Then the section in front of this building solid. Yeah.
Proposed training facilities?
The same drawings I showed you guys before, still kind of moving ahead on that. Starting to work with, talk to the village. Are you guys okay with, nobody have any comments back on it, so you're okay with the design of it? Okay, that's why I was just waiting for the okay on that, so I'll keep moving forward.
What's the procedure now?
Excuse me, I thought there was mention that you guys were changing something.
Only a doorway, we're putting a doorway in there. That's what I think. As far as the actual looks of that, it's gonna stay the same. The only thing is we're gonna add a doorway and a windows of the room. So as far as the actual footprint of it, stay the same.
Is that going to be a burn or non-burn?
We got both of them, you got the non-burn building, and you also have the Class A combustible burn building.
Are you still looking at those out here?
We're planning on it right now, so we're gonna be talking to the residents and just kind of wanna make sure you're good with the design of it. And then now we'll go up to the next step, talk to the residents and make sure they're all on board with us. They were on board before we started the facility, when we talked to them, we just wanna make sure anybody's moved or anything, like somebody might have moved in that subdivision. And like, some changes, but just if you're good with it, then I can start showing them. I don't wanna show them something that we're gonna make changes.
And you still have in the back of our line,
Correct,
Plainfield, Oswego Road,
correct, that's another option.
this Plain Street property sale status.
have nothing different to report at this time. Tried to contact them to see if they had any input, and I haven't gotten an answer.
I talked to Mike the other day, in Blue. He found that he's concerned about some of the catfolks that are down there, ground system on it, and the leakage and everything is there. And anybody spoke to that issue?
First,
That old one,
like I said,
the tanks, the old
Right.
one.
20 gas tanks?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's nothing registered. That's
On the anode system, we looked at that, yeah,
Yeah, news to us.
I did check, we checked that problem.
Well, I don't know if he just discovered it. I talked to him a couple days ago. He might have just discovered it down there. When they're not operating.
You okay, I'll check on it.
Yeah, okay.
Can I go back to the training buildings for 1 second? When they decide, John, to go talk with the residents back here, I think it would be wise if we got something, we show them that, get it in writing from them, that they're aware of this and what it's gonna be, and that way we get signatures from these people that they're on board. Mike,
I don't know, that's probably a good idea, at least, so it's very open and transparent, and they have a clear understanding of what we intend to do, but I don't know that that precludes them from complaining and.
well, and it's not gonna matter if somebody else moves in the neighborhood either, but at least we got something that shows us that we did it and we have, you know,
Talk to everybody.
talk to everybody, and those people are all aware of what's going on before we would. I'm not so concerned about the non-burn building, but the burn building is the one
Yeah.
to be concerned about.
Will we do that in a meeting, call meeting for that?
Well, do they get HOA in there? I don't know if they have an HOA in there now. That's kind of the approach I was gonna do. Once you guys are good with it, then we'll do a presentation. We do that.
So we're gonna look at this place, property, and see what it's.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Okay. Strategic plan update.
There's no update, you have it, and we just have a workshop to work on.
Grand updates?
Grant updates, there's a couple of grants we're looking at right now, to see if we are eligible and what we can do, so it's in the works.
Okay, next item is a review and discuss ambulance fee charges and adopt a updated ordinance. Any information on that?
In the packet, you got for the meeting, attached my report for, that's it, Mr. Barnes. I can take you over that sheet by sheet, give you some clarity on that if you'd like. The first matrix with the gold and our, basically the agencies that are relatively comparable. You can read across there and see basically what those prices are. Bottom row in each of those blocks is just the average, and then it shows what we currently are charging compared to our other comparable service deliverers, EMS. So, just say for the non-resident ALS, we'll just use one county as an example. Average over our comps are about $950 a call, we're about $700 a call. And so we're highlighted in gray on non-resident billing and resident billing. And it just shows where we are in that mix. As we talked at the last meeting, we're not really sure where Obamacare is going to place us in the future relative to billing and collectibles and things of that nature relative to our EMS. And so if you go to the second page, a little more sparse, not as colorful, black and white and gray, it gives you what our recovery is from 2008 to 2012, what our recovery is per transport, and the average income per year through the EMS bill. So just say, for instance, 2008, 2,200 transports, $434 a recovery. in 2012, we recovered about $580 with income of $880,000. So fewer calls, fewer transports, a little bit higher average charge for those transports. And again, we soft bill our residents, so there's no out-of-pocket cost to any resident in the community that gets transported.
I had a question on the last page, and I asked the chief, and I think I got my answer, but the last page, is that the present, the top line item, is that the present where we are now?
Yes.
And then one below it is where we think we're going?
Well, those are just relative figures, so if you went around that area somewhere, you could expect that kind of a billing,
Okay.
like gross billing anyway.
And those are for residents?
That's to cover resident or non-resident. And we didn't want to overload it with, well, if you went to $800 or $875 or $1,000 or $1,050, we just wanted to give you a rough range where you could see where the gross collectible might be. And then obviously you have to balance it against the true average on our collectibles. So,
But the first two are residents, and the
Non.
bottom ones are non-residents?
right.
Okay. Any questions on that? The next item is review and update the residency policy for part-time employees. Who's got that?
You're gonna take this under advisement?
Yeah, apparently you guys are gonna wait.
Oh.
To decide. Well, you don't have to decide tonight, but you needed to get these figures, so now you've got
Right.
an idea and you can chew on that, and we can discuss it further, if so desired, maybe next month.
There's no deadline on it.
No.
Thank you. Okay, then we're gonna do the part-time employee.
You have, chapter 3 of the personnel policies. You have a copy of that in red, hopefully yours is in color. In red are the changes. It's kind of out of order what you have on the agenda here, but 3.06 has to do with explorers are changing the age from 14 to 16. Item B is explorers and part-time will be required to live within the boundaries of the state of Illinois versus district boundaries we previously had. Deleting D and E. Third page. 3.10, from semi-annual evaluations, we're going to daily evaluations for probation. 3.11, volunteer and part-time firefighters. We're just listing the volunteer and part-time requirements. We're adding a psychological test, which we really did past, but it wasn't in the policy. And then we have new sign-up procedures that were explained to the members last night at the sign-up for the part-time. And item F, we talked about explorer cadet qualifications. That's all the changes. That will take, that's items H and I.
We discussed this kind of before, where we were discussing, you know, the people in the district get first choice, trying to get on here. The way it came out, John, when we, Mo and I talked, it was, unless they made some changes. And then, also, I think they took was that involved in this part where the there's no limitations, the guys don't have to be on a department somewhere else now? Is that part in there
That's
also?
part of it, yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah,
Part of it, they don't have to be in another department, so, where we had that on there before, and that's all.
We regulate more here than other places.
Yeah.
Ours is
And
more
then
strict.
this- We went over this probably 2 meetings ago, and we were concerned about, where these kids were gonna be coming from and how they were gonna be getting involved. And they pretty much got it down to where it's kids in the district, and then they will look at others on it. So, case-by-case basis as it goes, I understand.
There's opens.
As always.
Are we prepared to adopt it tonight?
this is what we put on the table for you. So this is everything we talked about.
I'll make a motion, we make that change.
Second?
Second.
Moved and second, we changed the rules for the adoption of the part-time employees,
Policy, procedure.
policy, by policy procedure. All in favor, signify by, oh, let's do it twice, go ahead.
Jim Ween, yes.
Bill Shree, yes.
Bill Bryan, yes.
Good, good, yes.
Thank you. That would be included in the policy.
How'd the new sign-up go last night?
She could, we did do that. Yeah, we're gonna look at it, because today was open for everybody, so that being said, we'll see if either the bid at all is. As far as points for it, all went pretty good.
Now, is item 8 included in this, John, or is there a separate?
Yes, that's each and I.
Together. And so that you guys all agree that the same vote and everything?
G,
We're going-
Okay.
Back to the whole
It's in two separate lines on the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion carries. Discuss and approve assigned firefighters time off policy. Is that included here? Okay.
I don't,
No, it's not. It's not in the policy.
I understand.
It's not actually. What that is every, the assigned firefighters work the same type of shifts as the full-time guys. And once every 3 months, there are 10 shifts instead of 9. So they wanted to make sure that everyone was on board with the assigned, anything over 212 hours, which is 28 hours of is overtime during that 28-day period. We figured out a full year, it's $8,500 gross wages extra to allow them to continue working that 10 shift. A lot of times they'll need a day off, they'll take it off anyway, but the chiefs wanted to make sure that you're all aware that is going on and that you are okay with that. Or we can ask the assigned part-timers to just take one shift off during the period that they have 10 shifts.
Didn't we once before approve that 10th shift, but they couldn't do any more? I think they were doing more, weren't they?
Right.
So we're taking more.
So they wanted to eliminate or make sure that no one worked more than the 9 or the 10 when it is their assigned period. Some were working and trading and working, like way more than the 212. So the chiefs had discussed it and wanted to make sure that that stops. But are you still okay with the 28 hours of overtime in a 28-day period? And it's for the 3 every 3 months.
We're almost happy, we're gonna keep our manning up.
That
Well,
was a concern.
like you said, a lot of times they'll take one day off anyway for whatever reason, which brings it down, but if they don't, you want to hold them over to 12.
Okay with that?
How does that work if the 212 is federal regulation, right?
For a 28-day period.
For a 28-day pay period? Is there a consequence for them constantly going over the 212 hours, or?
No, it's just overtime, anything over 212. So when they do work 9 hours, it's an automatic 4 hours of overtime because they work 9 shifts is 216 hours. So it's automatically 4, but when they work 10 shift, then it would be 28 hours of overtime at that overtime rate. consider that if it's not filled, then we don't have the manpower either.
So by them going over the 212 hours, it doesn't obligate us any differently,
So just the overtime.
just the overtime.
Doesn't necessarily mean our resources are going to be diminished. We may have other part-timers that can fill in that without exposing us to the overtime. So it's just more, it's much costly.
We approved the 10th shift before, but we didn't, if I remember right, but we didn't.
All we're saying is, are you okay with it if it happens? I mean, we'll try to fill it in with someone else that's not on the overtime. You know, just try to watch the fun. If it happens, are we fine with it? Say you did approve 10 shifts, we just want to make sure that you are aware.
As manager, right, I don't see a problem with it, but you gotta have that leeway, I would think, to protect
That's
yourself.
really all it is.
Yeah.
Just giving us some operational.
You gotta have some
leeway and
leeway.
Okay, the next item is discussion and possible appointment of health trustee position. We'd like to hold that until we go through the closed session. That's okay with everyone? So we're not, pardon?
Do we want to?
Oh,
Do we have to?
I guess we said we approved it before, from what I understand. That's that item.
You approved the 10
Item I.
shifts.
Yeah,
I
item I.
just want you to be aware that if the 10 is
Okay.
going
Yeah.
to cost more overtime.
We need a
Maybe just
motion
for
on
the
that.
record, should they make the motion on it?
We need
So
a
it's in
motion.
the minutes? For the overtime?
They can.
Okay, we need a motion.
Make the motion that we allow them to do that under their,
Time one policy.
yeah.
Second. I'll second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Item J is a possible discussion and possible appointment of an open trustee position. We'd like to have that, and to discuss that closed. So we are now at new business. Are there any operational issues?
I have none. I do have a couple of items, personnel items that we need to go and close that. They have operational notes.
Board of review notices? Annexations?
There was just that one letter you received with regards to these tax, taking the building off the tax roll.
Yeah, that's, the building downtown at the township lot.
Mr. Tom, has Walgreens things dried up with you now with the latest disclosure?
It's all pending.
It's all over?
It's all pending.
Okay. Just wondered where that went.
No, they're still working with the appraiser. The other side's getting appraiser, so it's still in the process. Nothing's happened in terms of result.
Car seat technician stipend?
Currently, we have a couple of full-time personnel that do car seats. They do it during the day, and then when they're on duty. If they do a minimum of 16 hours off duty, or whatever, they get a stipend. We now have a part-timer that is certified to do car seat. He will do it when he's on duty also, but when he's off duty, like we have Tom Cross with his tent thing out here, we bring all the car seat technicians and they do all this. So when he is off duty, we would like him to be offered the stipend also, but we would like to change it for full-timers at 16, seeing that he is paid less, we would like to go to 24 hours before he gets a stipend. Kind of just make it fair between him and the full-timers. It's the stipend for off-duty work.
Do we need a motion on that?
time.
Okay.
Item E in there is discussion and possible adoption of the Mavis contract addendum.
Item E, I did not, or we do not have to make any motions on this tonight, but basically it is a agreement that has been worked up through Illinois Mavis. We have a mutual aid agreement now through Illinois Mavis statewide. When we have a disaster, like the tornado that just went through Coal City, or our tornado that we had, when it's declared a disaster, FEMA and the state put out funds. So we apply for the funds, and then they tell us, you don't get anything for it because you don't have a mutual aid agreement. We have a mutual aid agreement, but you don't have a mutual aid reimbursement agreement. So what Mavis, Illinois has done, they want to do this statewide for all their Mavis divisions. It's a agreement that allows us to charge and sets rates for mutual aid assistance over and above 8 hours for any disaster. And when a disaster is declared, then we would be eligible according to FEMA to get reimbursement funds. That's all it is. It's not saying we have to charge if we don't want to. It's just a way to do it legally. I don't know if Tom is up anymore on it. His bosses wrote the agreement. I'm sorry, his partners wrote the agreement for Illinois Mavis. And it's just a mechanism to allow us to get some reimbursement for the time and effort that we put in on mutual aid, which, we tried in the past and then they deny you because you don't have a formal reimbursement agreement. So this would make all of Illinois have one now. They have to have 1,200 departments sign this or something like that. So that's basically what it is. You have all the paperwork and the agreement itself and all that, and you can look at it and decide at a later time.
Since we're a member of Mavis, wouldn't that be up to the Mavis hierarchy to agree to that?
No, this is a.
It's in effect a new agreement. They're asking
Well,
what
wouldn't Mavis, like 15 division, okay that for us if we're in it or not?
Each individual department in Illinois is a member of Mavis.
Yeah.
So each individual department in Illinois has to sign off on the contract addendum. This is an addendum to the master contract. So each department has to sign this to.
You have an agreement with Mavis.
Yes.
We call it Mother Mavis. Your agreement's not with Division 15. Division 15 is just talking about groups and for purposes of mutual aid. But everybody who participates in Mavis, every entity has to have a signed agreement, and now they have to have a signed addendum to that agreement.
But my question was, as us being members of Mavis 15, couldn't the Mavis 15 people sign for everybody? That's not the case. Okay.
No.
I got it.
I can't speak, I'm the secretary of the division, and I can't, Dave's the president. We can't speak for, let's say, Coal City or Gardner or,
I got you.
So in the past, if we went to a Coal City or to a Washington or where was it, down by Starved Rock, we didn't get reimbursed at all, or we might get reimbursed, but there was no
The
requirement?
last couple times we have been denied because they say they're getting tired of their money, so they don't want to pay anybody. So, I mean, the last one was Coal City. I don't know how many hours we put into developing that, and I went down to Will County and walked in the door, and he basically didn't even let me sit down. He said, if you don't qualify, which apply. So,
This last